Few questions that have really guided my decision making was that if you look at yourself in the next 2 to 3 years and you realize that there's nothing that has changed from what you are currently doing, will you find satisfaction knowing that you are doing something that you really love to do? And my answer was no. So I decided to quit my job last year, 2024, in November, and decided to start a new journey to find a new job and even to discover something that I was really passionate about. I think I fall into the category of people who don't really have a serious passion for anything just yet, but then we have a skill to accomplish anything that we want to set out to. So if you don't know me already, up until 2024 November, I have been in a tech job for over the past 3 years, where I've been a software developer for a fintech in Accra, and I've also shared a lot of my journey on LinkedIn, YouTube, and even on Instagram as well. And I decided to quit my job November 2024. This came about because of a decision that I decided to make to be able to find a new path in tech to learn about. So somewhere in July, I decided that I was going to find something else to do aside being a 9 to 5 developer. And that included finding my passion and discovering other things that I was really interested in. I just had to ask myself a few very, very important questions. And I decided that I just wanted to leave this company, and not just about the fact that I'm leaving the company, but then I'm going to find something other than coding to head towards. So I decided that I was going to land in project management and also discover a lot of things about project management, learn the skill, and eventually find a new job in the role. A big question that I found on Instagram that really struck why I was making the decision was that if you look at your current situation and you realize that in the next 2 to 3 years, you eventually don't have to change anything about the situation, will you find joy in what you are currently doing? So my answer was no. I realized that I wouldn't be happy with myself if I continue to work in the same role or in the same job or even with the same company in the next 2 to 3 years. Because even though I like the company a lot, I don't think I want to be there for over 5 years, and I've been with them for 3 years already. So I was like, oh fine, it's time to move. And even aside moving, I decided I was going to change the role altogether. So I'm not going to find a new company and still be coding, but then I'll find another sphere, maybe in AI, data analysis, machine learning, project management, anything else aside coding. So that really influenced my decision making when I was thinking about a career transition. So moving on, I saw a job post on LinkedIn and decided to apply. And lo and behold, we are here now. But before we move on to our current state, let's just take a step back to look at the journey from me deciding to leave the company, leaving the role, and also finally ending up in a new role that I'm currently in a much different company. So in November, I quit my job because I was like, yeah, it's time. I didn't want to have the same idea coming into 2025. So I was like, oh, regardless of whatever happens, I'm going to quit my job in 2025. So let's just start preparing towards that. So I started applying for roles. I started interviewing around and just trying to find something else that I was really passionate about. I started learning about photography, videography, trying to sharpen my personal skills and trying to find other ways that I could make a living even outside of tech. Even though I have a little passion for photography, videography, and all that, I didn't see myself pursuing it as a full-time role, but then it's just something I wanted to do on the side and really something I was passionate about. I went on a few trips. I took a break at some point, decided to step out of my comfort zone, find other things that I was interested in, went for a hike, campaign, and everything else that really could bring out the photography side of my passion. I found that it was really nice to have something else that I could call a hobby, something I could just relax and enjoy. It didn't necessarily have to be a burden of trying to run after clients or trying to chase new clients and all that kind of stuff. That was really nice, and trying to discover all that was really nice for me. But then it gave me the clarity that I needed, that it's just something I wanted to do on the side. If probably I decide to make it a side business, that is really okay too, and it's something I would love to explore. Just deciding to quit my job just give me the avenue to kind of explore other things. My initial plan was to quit in December, but then there was a few back and forth, but then that's really okay. So I decided to like just leave it all in November. So that's really okay. I had an entire month to myself, just trying to figure things out, relaxing, because it's been a very stressful year for me. So just finding that break alone was really nice. Fast forward in December, I got an offer. So I got an offer in December to join a new firm, MTN Ghana, and this role is a new role that I'm discovering. It's in project management, and it's something I've done before in my previous role, where I was a software developer, because working in small teams, you get to learn a lot of skills from other teams. So you get to be a developer, you get to be a tech lead, you get to be a project manager, you get to really learn a lot of things from small teams. So I really, really, really recommend starting careers with small firms before you go to like the big firms. So that was really a good career boost for me, because it's finding myself in a new role like this in project management, and even in a bigger firm compared to what I'm used to, was really easy for me to kind of like pull some of the skills that I had in my previous role and bring them into my current role. And that was really, really nice for me, and even gave me a boost even in my interviewing process, because the role is in project management, but then my role in my previous firm was in software development. And how could I make my project management skill look appealing to my new recruiters? So that was a really good boost for me transitioning. And also in 2025, as I've started my current role, this is a new opportunity for me to learn a lot about the business, learn a lot about the role, and not exactly be too fixated on trying to do my job well, but then also to understand the business around the job. So that's really, really nice. And these are all skills that I definitely did pick up from my previous role. So it's really so nice to see myself here at this point in time. And I think it's a really great career decision for me to do at this point in my life right now, transitioning from coding and coming into project management. It's really, really nice, and I really do recommend. However, I just wanted to point out that it hasn't necessarily been an easy journey, because I mean, from the story that I've told so far, you realize that I quit my job in November, but then I had my offer in December. Anything could have gone wrong within that time period, but God being so good, I'm really grateful to God for this, and I'm really grateful to my friends, because those, like, just a short time within November and December was really, really filled with like a lot of uncertainties, because anything could have gone wrong, anything at all could have gone wrong. But God being so good and having like a few supportive friends around me was really, really a boost to like my vigor. Was really, really a boost to myself, and to boost my confidence and everything. So that was really, really nice. I mean, I tried my best to not like spread the news across, because I have only like a few friends, and I really tried to keep my circle so small. So I had like just a couple of friends that I told that, oh, this is what I'm embarking on, and they're like, oh, we consider you in prayer, we pray about to do this. So finally, when the news came out that I received the offer, they were so excited for me, and just as I was excited for myself. So yeah, this is a story of how I quit my job from coding to a non-coding background. And if you still want to ask me a few questions, I'm open to answering a lot of questions that you may have. This is even new for me, because, well, I didn't see this coming, but it's finally here, and it's in our human nature to embrace change. I mean, change is something that is difficult, but then if you're able to embrace change, you get to discover other things that even you didn't know about yourself. So yeah, that's been me for, I hope it's under 10 minutes, but that's been me for today, and I'm looking forward to being more consistent on the channel. So please do leave me a subscription or leave me a like, and I would really appreciate that. I'm happy to hear from you in the comment section, and I'll see you on the same channel next time.